Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, to all of my returning YouTube family and friends. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Teresa and I am so glad you guys decided to join me today, because today I'm going to be sharing with you a DIY project that is inspired by Kelly Barlow Creations, and I will link the original video, her video, in either my description box down below or in the eye in the sky up above. So keep an eye out and go check out Kelly's channel. If you are not familiar with her, she is phenomenal. I love Kelly's DIYs. She is just like amazing. She does a lot of Dollar Tree DIYs, very, very inexpensive DIYs, and she's just super, super creative and talented, and she does a lot of farmhouse inspired videos, DIYs. So if you are not familiar with Kelly, which I can't imagine that anybody isn't, go check her out. She is amazing, you guys. So anyway, this is a request that she had from one of her viewers. She does a lot of viewer requests for DIYs. So this was one of them, and it was for a table centerpiece, a farmhouse table centerpiece. So this is what Kelly came up with. And when I saw it, I just thought that is exactly what I'm looking for something for my coffee table. I have had the same type of candles. I've got like a 3-tier candle set up for my coffee table, and I've been wanting to change it for so long, but it's just, I haven't seen anything that's really grabbed my attention or piqued my interest until I saw this. When I saw this, I thought, that's it. That's what I need. That's what I want. So these are the products and supplies you are going to need, most of which come from the Dollar Tree and Walmart. Well, actually, all of them come from the Dollar Tree or Walmart. So the first thing you're going to need are these 3 little milk bottle vases that you get at the Dollar Tree, and they are so cute. I actually have used these in another as a vase for some lavender that I bought at the Dollar Tree, and I just have the sprigs of lavender setting in the bottles that I saw from At Home at Zane, or At Home with Zane. He did something similar to it. I just didn't, I took mine a little bit different than what he did, but anyway, I used the same 3 bottles, except I left them plain. Then you are going to need, from the Dollar Tree as well, this little drawer organizer with the rubber lining on the bottom and the rubber feet. Okay, then you are going to need some flowers, and I got mine from the Dollar Tree. And then you will need either a paintbrush of some sort. I'm going to be using this foam paintbrush or foam paint thing. You will also need your hot glue gun, some extra hot glue. You will need, from Walmart, you're going to need the Waverly chalk paint in the color Hazelnut. You will also need the Waverly chalk paint in the Cashew. And again, the Waverly chalk paint in ink. Okay. Then from Walmart as well, you will need this Rustolium Gray Flat Primer, and the I got the Rustolium Blossom White spray paint in satin. I prefer the Rustolium spray paint. You can get the matte white in the Walmart brand. I do not like that paint. I've never had any good luck with that spray paint. It to me is just horrible. So I prefer to pay a little bit more and, you know, get a better paint. The Walmart brand is only 97 cents. So if you want to keep it even more cost effective, you can go that route as well. But I choose to go with the Rustolium. And then you will also need, and I purchased this from Walmart, the jute twine or cord. You can get the jute in at the Dollar Tree. That comes in a 3-pack. I have had this on hand. I use this from Walmart all the time. It's the 3-ply, so it's quite a bit thicker than what you get at the Dollar Tree, and I just prefer this for my projects that I use the jute twine in. So with that being said, what I am going to do is I am going to paint my 3 bottles in the hazelnut paint, and I'm going to just put as many coats on as it takes to cover it thoroughly. And while those are drying, I am going to spray paint my drawer organizer inside and out with the gray flat primer. So I am going to go ahead and do that, and once everything is dried, I will be back to show you the next steps. Hey everyone, I just wanted to come back and show you the progress that we're making in our centerpiece. So I have painted all of our bottles with the hazelnut, the Waverly Hazelnut that I got at Walmart, and this is the matte finish. So these are all painted. I did put 2 coats on, top to bottom. I didn't put like inside the rim, but we're not going to need to because we're going to have the flowers in here. So the next step is I am going to be spray painting the bottles with the Rustolium Satin Blossom White. And I do have out in the garage, I've got the drawer organizer painted with the primer gray, the Rustolium primer gray from Walmart. And I'm trying something a little different than what Kelly did with hers. So it is actually, that process is actually drying right now. So I didn't want to bring it up because it is wet, but I mean, it's on my hands. So I got a little messy this morning, but that's okay because I really want to finish this project up today for you guys. I'm super excited to see the final process. So our next step, like I said, is to go ahead and spray paint the 3 bottles white. And once I have done that and those have dried, I will come back and we will do the next step. So we'll see you soon. All right, guys. Well, I have gotten everything done except the final step on one of the milk bottle vases. What I did on my drawer organizer was, instead of using the 2 paints, the ink, Waverly chalk paint, and the cashew, I went ahead and did a different technique with mine to make it look more aged. What Kelly did was made hers look more like a galvanized, and what she did was she took the 2 paints and she would like dip a regular paintbrush in them and then dip a little water and kind of paint it on that way. However, I decided when I was out in the garage that I have some of the oil rubbed bronze Rustolium spray paint. And I thought, you know, let me just try something real quick. And I basically took the paint, and I didn't actually like spray it. I kind of mist it a little bit and got these and kind of like little splotchy I don't even know, like, design. It's not a design, but just like little splotchy, I don't know, it's splotchy. And because it's the oil rubbed bronze, and you probably can't see it real well with this light, but it's got kind of like a aged look to it. So basically what I did was I just kind of took it and just, you know, did it all the way around. You know, this side I did a little bit lighter. This one was a little, you know, just however the paint fell on the organizer is what I let it do. And I did do a little bit on the inside. This got a little streak here. I put a little too much there, but and then I just kind of let it dry like this, and I figured, you know what, if I don't like it, I've got the ink paint and the cashew upstairs in the craft room, so I can go in and just repaint it again with the gray primer if I didn't like it, and go from there. So then once it dried, I thought that is really cool because it does kind of look like it's wearing and rusting a little bit. So that's how I did my drawer organizer. Now with the bottles, let me just put that over there. Excuse me, I went ahead and I spray painted them all white. So this is one, and I didn't do like a really like heavy coat of white. I just, you know, I did one coat, not again like real thick and heavy. It's covered, but yet you can still see the hazelnut poking through a little bit. And I didn't do the bottoms because obviously that's going to be sitting in the tray. So the next step to this, and you can see here, like I didn't get it all the way. It's not completely white, like say it is, you know, up here. So then what I did was I took, well, I didn't have any sandpaper, the fine grit sandpaper. So I texted John to see if they had any fine grit sandpaper at his job. And he said he had Scotch-Brite, which is very similar to like, I mean, it's kind of like a scrubby, like you would use for your sink or dishes, you know. But this is what they use to polish their steel. It's a very fine, almost, you know, like what, basically it polishes steel, okay? So what I did was I just kind of went over it and just rubbed, and I'm going to show you here on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really hit these raised areas on this bottle, okay? This lighting is just awful. So I'm just going to take the Scotch-Brite and I'm just going to rub it over. And I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to see the glass, but I just want to get enough of that white off to kind of see a little bit of that hazelnut pop through. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take it and then I'm just going to kind of rub it just like you would with a sandpaper. And you can, you know, do as much or as little as you like. But I just want to concentrate on those raised areas. And I was really happy because I've never used Scotch-Brite, so I didn't know how it would actually work or what it would do. So once I did it, I was like, that's really cool. And I'm just gonna make these bottles look old or like they're aging. And you can get the fine grit sandpaper at the Dollar Tree, I do believe. They even have the sanding blocks there, which is kind of cool. I prefer sanding blocks myself over sandpaper. That's just my preference. You know, you can use whatever you feel comfortable with or whatever you like. And again, I don't want to go too deep into, you know, the hazelnut. And then, you know, these areas that aren't raised, you kind of got to use a little elbow grease in those spots just to really get through. And this is going to be so cool when it's done, guys. So I'm just going to keep doing that. I don't want to do too much in one area. You're going to want to, you know, kind of sporadic here and there. I do want to get this side right here. There we go. Okay, so then for the top, you want to get that as well. Just kind of rubbed it all over. And I love doing these type of projects. I've made one of her mason jar lamps for in here, and it is so cool. And I just adjusted it to my house colors. Okay, so we're gonna just wipe it off. All right, so there we go. Let's see how it just pops that hazelnut through a little bit. And then, you know, if you wanted to rub it a little bit more here, see, you would just take your sandpaper, or in my case, my Scotch-Brite, and just kind of pop it through. Maybe a little bit more here. See how it just, you guys can't really see. Dang it. All right, so then, get this. I should have brought a washcloth up here and get one of my handy dandy baby wipes. wipe it off a little bit. Okay. Just to get that dust off of there. Then, all right, so we're gonna set those aside. Get this area cleaned up here a little bit better. Then we're going to go back in here and we're going to take our drawer organizer and we're going to take our twine and we're going to get our hot glue, and I don't know, I want to see which side I want to be my back. I think that I want this to be the front because it has a little bit more, you know, I just like this look better than this look. This, you could tell it was sprayed, you know, where this has a little bit more of the spatter look. So this is going to be my front. So I'm going to take this along with my hot glue and I'm just going to put a little bit there. And we're going to put this right up in there. And then we're just going to wrap it around. That held in there a little bit better. That glue dry. Wow, that's hot. Make sure you don't burn yourself like I just did. And she did use the twine from the Dollar Tree, which is a little bit thinner. I just wanted mine to have a little bit of a thicker look. You're just gonna wrap it around a few times, get it nice and tight. Glue here. Just holding it for that glue to set up. Okay. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Okay, I'm gonna go one more time and then we will cut it off. I'm gonna end it where we started it. Get your scissors. And if you take your tip of your hot glue so it's not a big bulk, you can spread that glue around so it's thinner and it's not this big gloppy mess right wherever, you know, you're putting it. And just let that dry. Okay. Now she made a bow on hers, and I don't know if I really want a bow. So I'm just gonna leave it as is for now. Then we're going to take our bottles. Excuse me. Okay, and we are going to pick our start point on the bottle. Put a little bit of that hot glue. Get that tip on there. And I always put a little dab on the top too, guys, just, you know, to make sure it's really held on there. Okay, and then we're just gonna wrap it around. Here. So we'll set that one aside. And we're going to do the same thing. Pick our starting point. Okay. Take our glue, put a nice little dollop there. Just wrap away. We're gonna want to stamp that looks maybe a couple more times. There we go. Bottle 2. On to bottle 3. And John was so funny because he, after I had painted it with the cashew paint, and then I told him I was going to spray paint it white. He's like, why? And I said, well, that's because I'm going to, you know, age it and that sort of thing. And he's like, I like it just like that. He's like, that looks pretty cool. He's like, I like it when you paint the glass jars and bottles like that. And I said, well, let me just, you'll see when I'm done what it's going to look like. So today when he got home and I showed him the, you know, how I had, once I sanded them and stuff, he was like, that's really cool. He's like, I really like that. So he was all good with me. All right, that looks about right. Yeah. And, you know, you don't want to make these exactly the same. You want to have a little bit of difference with them, guys, so. So it doesn't fray. So where I cut that, it kind of had like a knot, so. Okay. So take my scissor, hold that in there. All right, there we go. How cute. Okay, so we've got those done. Now, let's get our flowers. And I have chosen, because these are what I have on hand, I am going to use these for now. Some of these Dollar Tree. These are the mini mums. And these are nice, guys, because like with these little vases, you can like change your flowers out seasonally. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not just going to leave them, you know, like a permanent flower, I don't think. I may find a flower that I decide I want to keep. Alrighty, this is the final result here, guys. What I ended up doing was I took one of each of the flowers. So I just took, you know, one of the smaller burgundy, one of the bigger orange, and one of the smaller orange, and that's how I put them in each vase. And I just love the way it turned out like this. And changing these flowers out seasonally will be so nice, you guys, because this part of it will stay on my coffee table throughout the year. And I did end up adding the bow. Let me just tilt it, and look at how cute. I do like the bow, but I can take it off if I want to at any point. I just hot glued it right on the other jute, so it's just hot glued right there. So if I do decide that I want to take it off, I can. But this is my final results. So if you guys enjoyed my video, please give me a great big thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and you want to see more of my videos, click that red subscribe that's down below. And if you want to get notifications every time I upload a new video, click that little bell that's just above that red subscribe, and you'll get sent a notification every time I upload a new video. And as always, guys, please leave me your comments, questions, or suggestions down below in the comment section, because I do love hearing from each and every one of you. And as always, guys, from me to you, great big hugs. And I really, really hope you enjoyed this DIY video. I do want to do a little bit more DIY projects once we get Kristen's wedding, and now we're coming into, you know, the holidays, so that is going to be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to do more of the DIYs with you guys. So guys, I do have some more videos that I will be putting up this week. I do have a couple online hauls. I've got a holler haul that's coming that should be here tomorrow, and then I can get that filmed for you for Thursday. And yeah, so keep your eyes open, guys. I will link Kelly Barlow's channel as well as this specific tutorial in I will link her channel down below in the description box, and I will link this video in an iCard up above, so keep an eye out for the eye in the sky. And until next time, guys, we'll see you soon. Bye.